Happy week, St. Francis in the field. I'm here with our beloved associate rector who's probably laughing right now at me. And she loves making videos. But we have a special video to talk about Holy Week and Easter. So I'm going to start with this coming Sunday's Palm Sunday. We're going to meet at 8 o'clock in the Memorial Garden. Now, if you have any mobility issues or you're worried about walking from the Memorial Garden to the sanctuary, that is just fine. We'll make sure you have palms. You can come into the sanctuary. Totally okay. And if you're concerned, if you're usually a 10:15er and you're concerned about being at the pavilion, which I'll talk about in a second, come to the 8 o'clock. But we're going to join in the Memorial Garden. We will do the Liturgy of the Palms. We will process to the doors of the church, at which point we will enter into the church, hear the Passion. And it's a very important day because to me, because you're going to come to all the Holy Week services, this one gives you the overarching themes of the week before you enter into each little moment of the Passion. So that's at 8 o'clock, 10:15. You will come to Hope Pavilion. That is the first road before you enter into the parking lot on your left. It's a dirt road. It says Hope Pavilion. You will take that around. If you have any kind of mobility issues, you will be able to actually go down that road and then pull around the pavilion where you will be able to unload right onto the concrete and come into the pavilion. We'll have music and everything will be lovely and wonderful out there. But like I said, if you're concerned about being outdoors or you're concerned about the pavilion itself, any mobility issues, any hearing impaired issues, you may want to choose the 8 o'clock where you can come into this space. And we have Ava and we have Listen Everywhere still available to you as you've been able to enjoy those for the last several weeks now. So those will be available here. Now I'm going to kick it over to Mother Sara to talk about Maundy Thursday.
Thank you, Justin. Our next service in Holy Week is on Thursday at 6:30. It's the Maundy Thursday service, and it is the service where we have foot washing, where we remember and do what Jesus commanded us to do of washing each other's feet. And we also have a hand washing station at that service. So if you've never done a foot washing service before, don't be freaked out. Come, experience it. It's not mandatory to have your feet washed, but it is a lovely way to do what Jesus commanded in being servants to each other. So after that, on Thursday night, we have the vigil of watching over Jesus's body in the Garden of Gethsemane. It's at the altar of repose, which is where we take the reserved sacrament into the parish hall, and we'll have 1 hour opportunities for people to sign up and pray over the altar of repose until Friday, Good Friday services. So if you would like to sign up to be part of the prayer vigil, see the link above, and we need people to come and volunteer to do that.
And remember, the most sought after hours are 1 a.m., 2 a.m., and 3 a.m. So make sure you sign up for those first and then sign up for all the rest. Mm-hmm. Now, as we transition, actually, one thing I want to say that's really cool, the altar of repose will actually be the same altar that we use for the Palm Sunday service at the pavilion. This St. Francis has two altars. We have what I'll call the main altar, or maybe we'll call it the high altar. And we actually have an altar in the parish hall that rarely gets used, but this year we're going to use it. So that'll be a great symbolism. So we'll have it out at Palm Sunday, and then we'll have it back for the Garden of Gethsemane. Now, after Maundy Thursday, we transition to Good Friday. We have a noon traditional prayer book liturgy in this space. It's exactly what's written in the prayer book. It's very important, especially important for us clergy. We will offer communion out of the reserved sacrament that would have been in the garden all night. And then in the evening at 6:30, we will go to the Stations of the Cross. That is a very important and powerful service. And as I said on Sunday, and I'll say it on this video, if you are only going to come to one Good Friday service, I highly encourage you to come to the interactive Stations of the Cross. Because behind me, behind the sanctuary, we have 22 acres. We have what used to be the Way of Jesus. At Christ Church, when they owned the land, did the Last Hours of Christ. So we will walk through the ruins, the town, Jerusalem, and we will stop, and there will be points where children and families and everybody can participate and really make the way of the Passion, the way of the cross, very real, and give you an opportunity to do that. So I want to encourage you to come out for that if you're only going to come to one. And if you have any issues with driving at night, just please call the church office, and we will work on trying to find out carpools, because we have people come from all over the city to come to St. Francis. So I'm pretty sure I can find somebody to help you. And then we transition into
The Vigil. So we have a service on Saturday, which is the Great Vigil of Easter, and it's the first celebration of the resurrection. And it is different from all the other services of the year. We start a fire outside and light candles, like the Paschal candle, and bring the light of Christ and into the sanctuary, where we will be able to say Alleluia for the first time, for the first time since the beginning of Lent, and we'll celebrate the resurrection of Jesus in that way. So we invite you to come and join us for that.
And you just said Alleluia, and Lent's not over yet. So we'll figure out what the penance is for that. Okay. Then we transition to Sunday morning, 7:45, 9:15, and 11:15 Easter Sunday morning. But you're going to have come to the vigil, so we're not going to have many people here on Sunday morning. Let's just be honest. But there's a family service at 9:15, and we are encouraging families, a children's service. We are encouraging children and families to bring flowers to church to flower this cross on Easter Sunday morning. So come. If you are looking for a family-oriented children's service at 9:15 Easter Sunday morning, this will be a powerful service. The kids are going to be very involved in the liturgy, in the sermon, and the storytelling as we celebrate the resurrection. At 11:15, there's a baptism, but I want to say that 7:45 and 11:15, if you are looking for something, I hate to use the word traditional, because they're all three going to be traditional in their own way, but if you're looking for something maybe with a little less crazy, in a resurrection kind of way, quieter, that's a good word, Sarah. Not crazy, but quieter, then you might consider the 7:45 or the 11:15. And we are going to baptize, which is really cool, at 11:15 on Easter Sunday morning. So that is the rundown of Holy Week and Easter. I hope you've watched this video to the end, and you will learn by doing so that Jesus loves Father Justin more than Mother Sarah.
That's exactly right.
That's not true at all. Y'all have a great rest of your week.
Bye, y'all.
And I will ask you if you heard that at the end on Sunday.